How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Toy Dueler here, and today I'm coming at you with an amazing Pokemon video. So a lot of you guys have been telling me on my old Pokegen video, Toy Dueler, this doesn't work, you're a liar. And that's because that method was patched. But today I'm coming at you guys with a video teaching you a new method on how to Pokegen your Pokemon. And this method is by far the fastest, most efficient method to generate Pokemon that we've ever had. With this method, you can generate boxes of Pokemon at a time. Sounds interesting, huh? Well, enough of my rambling, let me teach you guys how it's done. Alright, so first off, let's go over what you need. First off, you're going to need an SD card reader. Some computers already have them installed, but if you don't have one, you can buy one on Amazon pretty cheaply. You're going to need a few programs, which I'm going to link you to. The Save Manager Homebrew, the PKHeX Homebrew exploit, and of course Pokegen to create your Pokemon with. Alright, so let's start off by downloading the Save Manager Homebrew. And I have that downloaded now, and let's also download this file to run the PKHeX exploit. And now let's go into our download folder and extract those files using your favorite file extractor. I'm using WinRAR, but you could also use programs like 7-Zip. So I had those extracted, and now I'm going to put my SD card into my computer from my Nintendo 3DS and open it up on my computer. Now that I have my SD card files open, I'm going to drag these files I just downloaded onto the SD card. So I'm going to go into the 3DS folder and see the Save Manager file here, and I'm going to drag it right into my 3DS folder location on the SD card. I'm going to go back into the starter and do the same thing here, but I'm also going to copy boot.3dsx over to my SD card. And let me drag all these files onto the 3DS folder, and once that's done copying, we should be good. Excellent, now it's time to move on over to the 3DS. Now we need the most important part of this exploit, the YouTube app. So all you have to do to get the YouTube app is just go to the Nintendo eShop and download it if you don't already have it on your 3DS. Now, once we have those files downloaded and the YouTube app installed, there's a few more things that we have to do before we can start our genning. So you have to go into the system settings and take note of a few things in here. First off, you're going to want to note what 3DS version you're on. I'm on version 9.9.0, and that's going to come in handy in a little bit, so just remember that. Now we're going to go into Internet settings and then Connection settings. Here you're going to see your Wi-Fi connection settings. Now, go to the one that you use to connect to the internet. Mine is connection 1. Now, you're going to want to go to change settings and over here into DNS settings. Now, for most of you, it's going to be set up to say auto obtain DNS, and it's going to be set to yes. We're changing that to no, and then once we press that, we're going to go into detailed setup. Now, change your primary DNS to this number right here. 107.211.140.065. We use this DNS to connect to the Homebrew server. Without it, this exploit will not work. So make sure that you have that set to your primary DNS, and then just press OK, and then save, and now let's back out of here. You don't need to test your connection, there's no reason to, so let's just back out of here and go back to the main menu. Alright, now that we have everything properly set up and installed, it's time to go into the YouTube app and let the fun begin. So open up the YouTube app, you'll see the nice little Nintendo 3DS screen, and once we get into the app, it should start running Homebrew. Wait for Homebrew to load up, it could take a few seconds, and now you're going to see a little screen that says select your firmware version. Now, here's where it matters on what kind of DS you're using and what kind of firmware you're on. Since I told you to check before, you should know what version you're on. I'm on version 9.9.0, and since I'm using an old Nintendo 3DS, I select USA Old. If you're using the new 3DS with the little C-stick and everything, then select New Version. Now that you have that done, you'll see this little screen, and don't worry about that, because now you're in the Homebrew launcher, and here is where we start actually getting the gen stuff ready. So go all the way down with the direction pad or with the circle pad and go down to Save Manager. Now open that up. Now here, don't press anything yet. The way that you edit the saves is not actually with the button, but with the D-pad. So you go left or right to circle through your games. So here we're going to look for Pokemon X, Y, Omega Ruby, or Alpha Sapphire, whatever game you're going to be editing the save with. And here we are, I found my Pokemon Omega Ruby, so now I'm going to press A. Now it's going to do that weird little glitchy screen and a debug menu, and now you have the option to either back up the save data or import save data. So here you're going to press A and back up your save data. And now you can just press X to exit. Now that we have that done, we can actually begin to edit and create our own Pokemon. So now that we have the saved data backed up, it's time to get creating and editing our own Pokemon. So you might notice there's this new folder called Save Data Backup. Let's go in there and you'll see this file called main. Now what we do is drag this file called main into PKHeX. So drag it into PKHeX and you'll see this whole box icon open up over here. This is your PC box. Now, what makes this exploit so amazing is, unlike the other Pokemon genning exploits, you could create more than one Pokemon at a time with this exploit. So I could create a whole box full of Pokemon out of all the boxes that I have, all at the same time, which is absolutely ridiculous. So here, I'm just going to create this default Abomasnow. It's not going to work online at all because I didn't do anything to change it. But here, let me just set it there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there. And I think that goes as proof enough that I've, created a whole box of Pokemon. Let me just delete this guy. There we go. And now I'm going to go into Sav and save this. And I'm going to save it to my SD card. Now over here, you're going to want to go back into that file called Save Data Backup and overwrite the main file. So we're going to save it here to replace it, and then we'll be able to load it in our game. Now obviously I rushed that because I just wanted to show that this actually works. If you want to see a full in-depth Pokegen tutorial on how to actually create legit Pokemon that will work online, but if you're watching this video, you probably want to use these Pokemon online. So if you want to do that and you want to know how to create legit Pokemon with PKHeX, I actually already have a video up on my channel showing you how to do so. So I'm going to have a link to that in the description below, or you could click the annotation right on the screen right now that will take you to that video and show you how to create legit Pokemon that you use online. But now that we have it saved, let's go in-game and see all the Pokemon we created. Alright, so now that we created our Pokemon, I'm sure you guys want to use them in-game. So to do that, all we have to do is go back to the Homebrew channel. So do that by opening up the YouTube app, and it should go a lot faster this time since we don't have to select what Homebrew version we're going to use, and just let it load up. Now once we're in the Homebrew launcher, let's go down to Save Manager once again, select our Pokemon game of choice. So let me just get to Pokemon Omega Ruby, select your target with the A button, and instead of pressing A here, you're going to press B to import the save data that you saved to your SD card. So now let's press X to exit, and then just press the start button here so you can reboot your console and go back into the home menu. Now once we do that, we're going to go in-game and check out the Pokemon that we created. Alright, so here we are in-game. I'm going in my PC box right now, and as you can see, I have a whole bunch of level 1 Abomasnows that I generated. So, as you can see, this method works extremely well. You can generate as many Pokemon as you want all at the same time, and that's basically it. There's no restrictions to what you could do here. It's a fantastic method, and I can't believe how easy it is and how many Pokemon you can create at once. So I hope this video helps you out, and if it did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more awesome Pokemon videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.